Alright guys, we're going to try and reduce another radical. We're going to start with the third root, or the cubic root of 80. Okay, so again we have three components to the radical. Okay, we have the index, or we could call it the principal root, or we call it the order, right? And that is right, let's grab a blue, that is right here. Okay, alright, again, the vocabulary that we need to understand is principal root, index, or order. These are all terms that can be used for this 3 right here. Okay. Then we have something called the radicand, which is the other number that we see. Okay. Okay, this right here, this is the radicand. All right, the 80. That's that value right there. And then the third and final part that we again need to remember is the radical symbol, which is right here. Okay, so those are our components, and we're going to go ahead and work this out. It's going to be equal to what? Well, let's factor out this number here. Let's factor out the radicand. And we see that 80, we could say that that's 8 times 10. Okay, that's fairly easy. So we have the cubic root of 8 times 10 is equal to the cubic. Now, what I always like to do is I like to look at the index right here, and I try and see if there's something I can factor out to a power that aligns with that index. And that's going to make things easier as we go through the problem. And we see the 8 right here. And if we remember the last problem we talked about, 2 cubed is 8. Okay, so we can say we're going to take that to 2 cubed times 10, of course, cubic root. So we have the cubic root of 2 cubed times 10 is equal to our original problem, which is the cubic root of 80. Right? Now, if we can bring one of the factors to a power that aligns with the index or the order or the principal root of the problem, we can go ahead and cancel that out, and we now have, let's go ahead and look up here, we have 2 times the cubic root of 10, which we had before. We had 2 cubed times the cubic root of 10. We got rid of that cubed, right? We were able to reduce that out because of the principal root number here, or the index here, right? So we're left with 2 times the cubic root of 10, because we still have to multiply that 2 against that cubic root of 10, right? And so we've reduced it to its, you'd say, its lowest terms in keeping it in radical form and not converting it to a decimal or something like that. So, all right, there we go.